Alright guys, thanks for clicking on the video today. We're in the shop. It's miserable outside. It's like minus 30 and snowing. 40-mile-an-hour wind. But yeah, show you how to make a little arrow rest with a dowel rod. So like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Alright, so here it is here. A little rest that I built up. I just take a hacksaw, kind of cut the dowel rod, sand it to fit a little bit, and then just Gorilla Glue it on there. And that's the first step of the process. I do get this mossy oak vinyl, like this waterproof camo tape. Get it from Amazon, mossy oak graphics, whatever, that's what I use. And it kind of just makes this waterproof. I'll cover it up, and then I'll put some bear hair on it, and I'll use Push Archery AccuTune. Kind of center it and tune my bow with it. If you're doing this, you got to make sure your plunger fits right with how you're gluing it and where you're placing it. I like to put it kind of right over the throat of the grip. Usually it's lined up with this little burger hole, and that's kind of how I like to set it up. My plunger will be right there. It'll be sitting right over it. With my recurve, I have this a little bit in front of the burger hole, just because of how low that hole is for the clearance, so that I get good arrow clearance, and I can still use this this burger button here for the plunger to tune my bow. So just some things to think about when you do it. This isn't going to fall off unless you get it with a chisel and a hammer and tap it off. It will ruin your bow. It's never going to be the same again. So think about that before you do it. But yeah, you can't really take this off and go back to how it was. I mean, I took it off and shot a sight for a while again, but you do have to cover it. It don't look good. So I just covered it with that mossy oak graphics. Couldn't even tell, but yeah, it's never going to be back to factory once you Gorilla Glue this thing on there. But yeah, it won't come off unless you make it come off. It's pretty permanent. Setting this up to shoot instinctive, so that's why I do it. I like it like that. I like shooting off the shelf, and it's just personal preference for me. But yeah, we'll get to the next step and show you there. Alright, well here it is. Finished product. Bear hair rest. That mossy oak vinyl over it, making it waterproof. Push Archery AccuTune. I haven't tuned it yet or nothing, but this just kind of goes in and out here to tune with my arrows. I'm going to use a quickie quiver. And this is going to be a little instinctive setup here. I'll show you what it'll look like with an arrow on it. Alright, here's what it looks like with an arrow on it. This isn't tuned or set up, or not even the arrows I'm going to use, but that just shows you the clearance you get with this little dowel rod rest. You know, you get a nice clearance, no kick on the arrow. You can tune it in and out nice. See if I can get it up here for you. Yeah, you can just tune it nice and easy. It's AccuTune. You can use any plunger you want. And then I also put this is just a furniture pad right there. Little furniture pad just to pop it out more, make it soft, make it quiet. But yeah, that's it right there. Shoot instinctive. Shoot split finger. Right off the shelf with the compound. Shoot feathers. It's quiet. It's like the Fitzgerald say, you get that primitive instinct, you know, instinctive archery with the superior technology, the power and the speed of a compound. You can master that in the woods, you know, you're pretty much unstoppable. But yeah, there it is. Let me show you again. Right there. That's all it is. So like, subscribe, stay tuned, and see you in the woods.